Good morning. I hope everybody is doing good. It's a wonderful day that everybody's been waiting for. It's Saturday. And so I was saying, that's just part of my thought process when I'm thinking. I always have a word to help me process. It's Saturday morning. I hope that you guys are doing well. Glenda George, it's good to see you. Melissa Robinson is going up the timeline. Patricia Knight, God bless you. How you doing? God bless you. Tawana is going up the timeline. Aroma, it's good to see you. God bless you. God bless you. Tina Joyner is going up the timeline. I hope that this Wi-Fi acts right. And if it logs off, y'all gonna be in trouble because I have to finish getting myself together, my morning walk. I used to walk all the time, but I got so busy until I didn't have time to do it. And so I'm doing my best to go back there and do that. And so I'm getting ready because I have to condition myself for greatness. She Favor is about a week away now. So it's no longer 15 days, 14 days. Sunday starts a new week, which means you got a week for She Favor. And so Dylan Davis, what's up? My daughter going up the timeline. So I'm out and I'm getting some much needed fresh air, and I'm getting my lungs saturated. And so as I was doing my walk, I walked inside of the park. And as I walked inside the park, there was a sign that said, "Please lose your refuse." But before that, I was walking and I began to think about this word. Y'all ready for the word? If y'all ready for the word, just go and give a thumbs up, because I'm going to give it to you whether you like it or not. But the word that I was dealing with was the word procrastination. Procrastination is a very dangerous word. Never mind what it does, it's dangerous. And the reason why procrastinating is dangerous is because it will justify your excuses. It will justify your excuses. It will justify your reasons for not. It will justify you not following through. It will justify everything that's a hindrance to you. And so procrastination is such a dirty word. A lot of people are just not even understand the significance of your power. And I say the significance of your power because it means that there's a level of you that refuses to do something because of whatever reason it is. And so when I walked inside of the park and I was dealing with this word procrastination, as I began to walk inside, it gave you a list of things that you could not do inside of the park. And it said, lose your refuse. In other words, it was saying, if you challenge the law in this park, the consequences behind your actions could lead you to a possible fine because you refuse to follow the rules. Now, you can't get mad that things aren't happening to you because you refuse to follow life rules. You refuse to follow the law of the land. You refuse to follow the law in your house. You refuse to follow whatever it is that deems you to get success because you have allowed your excuses to make you break the rules of success. Procrastination is a very dirty word because it'll hinder your growth. It'll hinder your growth mentally, physically, financially, and of course, spiritually. Procrastination is something that is a damnable word, and you can't blame nobody yourself when it doesn't work. And so I need you to drop the refusal that's in your life that is not challenging your greatness. Now, one of the things that I have to tell you as a leader that causes me a little bit of angst or anxiety is because, God bless you, Prophetess Sylvia, people who have the ability to be great continue to use excuses to lack greatness. And so sometimes it will become very frustrating when you are trying to go somewhere and a level of people not attached to you, but just in your circumference or your surrounding, have a level of procrastination. It means that sometimes you could want more for somebody else than they want for themselves. And so they have a whole lot of procrastination in their lives while they're not doing things, a whole lot of excuses. And what happens is when you have a go-getting attitude, the procrastination that someone else that you're associated with can cause you to disconnect and slow down. I'm going somewhere. And so the reason why I want you to stop procrastinating is because sometimes you'll connect yourself to a procrastinator. Now, as I was walking, the Lord brought something to my attention. He's always blowing my mind with something and stuff. He said to me, when you deal with a procrastinator, you will become emotionally disconnected. Someone said, that's it. When you deal with a procrastinator on any level, emotionally, you will become disconnected. And the reason why emotionally you'll get disconnected because you'll get tired of the, oh, I don't know, and I don't think, and you'll get tired of the excuses. Not only will you get tired of the excuses, you'll get tired of pushing a procrastinator. You'll get tired of doing everything to make the procrastinator see the greatness that you see, that they don't have the ability to see within themselves because of the excuses, because of the refusal. And so you become frustrated. And so the power that you need to push forward and to be great, don't make any mistakes about it. The procrastinator will slow you down. The procrastinator will slow you down. And so as I begin to deal with this whole conundrum of thought process of procrastination, I said, man, forget that. I'm going to tell you something. There's a movie in the 70s. I think it was in the 70s or the 80s, and it was called Left Behind. The movies or the series was about our faith somewhat. It was about the rapture. And unfortunately, a lot of you may not like it or not, or believe it or not, but it is going to happen. I'm going somewhere. Just let me just give you this picture for you. The movie Left Behind was just like it was biblically, that if you did not have your life right, then the sky would crack, Christ would come in the cloud, and those that are left behind will be left here in torment. I'm saying this because not just biblical context or the movie, that some of you, unfortunately, you're going to have to leave people behind. You're going to have to leave the procrastinator behind because the procrastinator becomes a weight. They become a weight, and you begin to drag them with your power to prosper and to proceed to success. The procrastinator will slow you down. And so what happens is you will become emotionally disconnected from them, and you will keep moving because your tiredness and your frustration of pushing and hearing excuses says, man, forget that. You will become emotionally disconnected. And when you become emotionally disconnected, with no disrespect, you will leave that person behind, and you will look back and you have exhaled, and they're still standing there with a bunch of excuses. And so I'm saying, when you become emotionally disconnected, it means at some point in time, you have no choice but to leave them behind. And I'm going to say this, and I don't care what relationships you're in or not. You know, I need you to understand life. Everyone has been given an onus of life, what they have to do, how they got to move, things that God said, this is a promise, but you got to go through the process to do something, to receive something. And God told me last night, he said, I'm going to bless the works of your hand. I'm going to bless every seed in the ground. I'm going to bless your feet. Everywhere your foot shall tread, I shall give thee. But if I procrastinate and allow the procrastination of people to hinder me, I too gonna be left behind. Hell no, I ain't doing that. So what happens is, I want you to take, and I like the word inventory. I need you to take inventory of the people who are procrastinating that are around you. I care, but I really don't. If you're married to them or not, I care, but I don't. If it's your children, I care, but I don't. If it's your business partner, your association, or anyone that you come into your neighborhood, the neighborhood is a circumference of people that you associate with on a day-to-day basis, not just somebody you knock next door and ask for sugar and ask for butter. However, the people that are in your neighborhood, you have to ask yourself, are they procrastinators? Because that's why you're tired. You're tired because you're tired and sick and tired. And tired and sick and tired. And you are now become emotionally disconnected. Misha, you sold out again yesterday. You become emotionally disconnected because you need your energy for your own greatness. You need your energy for your own greatness. So you have no choice but to leave them behind. Now, they may say, well, you know, you don't talk to me anymore. You don't do this anymore. And you don't do that. Then the lingo changes. Your lexicon, your verbiage is going to change because you're tired of the procrastinator. The procrastinator does not understand that when you say, I'm tired, that I finally got to the place that I'm not going to be selfish, but I'm going to have this word called self-efficacy, where I'm going to take a little bit for myself because I want better than where we are. I want better than what we're doing. I want us, someone said, my goodness, thank you for the message. I want us to go somewhere, but we can't go together because you're a procrastinator. See you later. If you're a business partner and you have someone that you're dealing with in business and they don't follow through to what they said they were going to do, you know what happens? Because they procrastinated, you take that weight on. And sometimes some of us are weighed down with the weight of a procrastinator. We weighed down with the weight of people who have excuses. We're weighed down with the weight of people that know what they got to do, but they don't do what they got to do. You have a weight right now that you're praying to God about. And God is saying, in this season, you have to leave them behind. Don't feel bad. They brought it upon themselves. You've talked, you've prayed, you fast, you laid on the floor, you've helped financially, you've done everything possible. However, you cannot push a procrastinator. That's something they got to make up in their mind, I'm going to do. One thing about a procrastinator that I can't stand, it kind of rattles my feathers, is that they will consistently cry about a problem that they've consistently procrastinated over. They consistently cry about a problem that they've procrastinated over. And then they look at you and they wonder how. And then they attack you because you're not the procrastinator. Then they make you feel bad. Then they give you guilt. Then they do all of the things that cause you to say, oh, let me just help them a little bit more. Hell no. You may not like my verbiage. This is what it is. I'm done with excuses from procrastinators. You either do it or you don't. You either will or you won't. Refuse the excuses. At some point in your life, you got to say, God, you have given me something great. I am going to push to be greater. Everybody right now, could you loan me? Could you give me? Well, I need this. Well, can you give me this? You have depleted your finances because of the procrastinator. I said something and we brought something to your attention for Black Wealth Matters, and we're going to do it again. They said your net worth, that means what you make, your net, the finances you make with working. Your net worth decreases by 30% because of your net work. That means the money that you make every single day you working decreases itself when your circumference of people are procrastinators and they always need something and you're the watering hole. So what happens is your net worth is now decreased because of the net work, the people who you work with, associate with, the people around you. A procrastinator will pour out, but you will receive every drop of their problems because you want them to be better. I ain't doing that no more. The only individuals that gets that somewhat is my family. I'm saying this because somebody right now is overwhelmed and frustrated because of the procrastination of people around you. Someone said, my gosh, they will deplete you. I'm just saying, right now, someone is coming to you playing a victim and they are just a procrastinator. One of the greatest victim mentality is those of procrastinators. They will tell you a problem 10 times ways of Sunday. And the minute you tell them and show them a particular area where they can find the answer, or they can get an answer, or they can move better than where they are, they will tell you a problem in that area, and you gotta refuse their ability to work or move. Procrastination is a dangerous thing. Marriages are going to be ruined because of procrastination. Friendships are going to be ruined because of procrastination. I tried to wake my son up the other day for a massage. And I was like, yo, son, get up. Get up, son. Yo, get up. And I knocked on the door, yo, son, get up. And then after a while, I said, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go get it myself. And so he missed out. I didn't. Because he was tired. Oh, I'm tired and I'm tired. I'm so sick of people who are tired. I have something that I say, and a lot of people may not like my verbiage, but I say, I rest when I'm dead. I rest when I'm dead because I got to go get it. When you see the finish line, you're supposed to pick up momentum, not slow down. You're supposed to pick up a speed or endorphins that the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endures into the end. And so I endure. So now I'm at the end of the race. I see the finish line. I'm going to need all the procrastinations to get it out of my way so I can go through it and obtain my prize. Someone said, you're right. So I'm saying to you, take a look at your circle. And if your circle, someone said this message is for me. If your circle is full of excuses, procrastinators, leave them behind. Procrastinators don't understand the danger they do to themselves and the people around them. You've been procrastinating with your health. You've been procrastinating losing weight, gaining weight. You've been procrastinating moving. You've been procrastinating. Whatever it is that calls you to stop, I need you to stop and put it on a piece of paper and say, I've been procrastinating in this area. Someone said, I love your transparency. Thank you. I've been ordained for it. A procrastinator will take away your emotional ability to sustain yourself and stuff around you because they become a weight. There's some people that is carrying a serious weight of procrastinators, a serious weight of procrastinating. And you can't keep going to God about something that you have the ability to fix. All the prayer in the world ain't going to fix it. You have to. Prayer changes things, but you got to change your mind to change things. Procrastinators, if you're listening to me, you're about to lose something. You're about to lose possibly one of the greatest gifts of your life. You're about to lose a good friend, a spouse, a house, good health, mentally, physically, whatever it is. The 3-strand cord that is not so easily broken, procrastination is going to break it. Because there are people around you who have been running a race and now they're not tired. They're damn tired. They're tired of talking. They're tired of reminding you. They're tired of the plethora of mistakes. They're tired of the wait. They're just tired. Procrastination is a dangerous word to someone that is a go-getter. It's dangerous. They will slow you down and you don't even know what happened to your life. I was talking to a young lady and she got married to a young man, and she said, he ruined my credit. I said, what you mean he ruined your credit? It's your credit, right? She said, yes. Not me. I'm good. She said, he ruined my credit because I felt sorry for him and he needed a car. What's up, Ronnie Brown? He needed a car. And because I wanted him to be better, I got him a car, but he promised me he would make the payments. That ninja ain't make one payment and had a whole bunch of excuses why he didn't do it. Someone said, oh my goodness. No, I'm not talking to you, ma'am. She said, you talking to me. A procrastinator, if they procrastinate with you, what makes you think they're not going to procrastinate with their own responsibilities? A procrastinator will always look for someone soft. A procrastinator will, someone said, Lord Jesus, this is me. A procrastinator will bamboozle, use, abuse, and take you for granted. Why? Because they know you the go-getter. They know you the one that's going to make things happen, so they ain't going to do nothing at all. I ain't got to move. She got it. I ain't got to move. He got it. Because their procrastination is the reason why most of them have such a hard time. I'm saying this whether you receive it or not. But you got to take inventory of the people around you. Now, listen. Sometimes your kids get a pass, but it all depending on, how they move in life. You got some kids that just need a hand up, not a handout. Just help me out a little bit. And that's fine. All parents are going to do that. But do you know if you have one child that refuses to do anything, you got to leave them alone. Whatever it is and however they do it, let them do it. That's not your problem. You raised them. Understand that if you enable a procrastinator, you're whole liable of the problem too. There are people going up the timeline. Someone said, you're telling the truth. What's up, Dottie? There are people right now you have enabled a procrastinator because you took on all of their excuses. Someone said, this is my life story. You have taken on the procrastinator's excuses, but you've also let them throw on their ability to make them. And now what happened is you have become an enabler. I'm tired. I'm tired. I know somebody just didn't go up my timeline and said, you got $30,000 worth of debt over somebody. Please tell me I'm reading it wrong because I ain't got my glasses on. Stop it. As I begin to walk, the Holy Spirit gave me this revelation knowledge. He said, you will become emotionally disconnected from a procrastinator. You will become emotionally, and so I'm sharing this with y'all. You guys are emotionally disconnected because of procrastination. If you want anything in life, you got to work, you got to move, you got to do everything you got to do because life is moving even when you're not. Just like that movie, someone said, you talking good. Just like that movie Left Behind, you, my dear, are getting ready to be left behind. And it's nobody's fault but the procrastinator. People are tired. They're tired of talking. They're tired. They're tired. A pretender can only fake it, but for so long. I'm going to say this and I'm going to finish my walk. I love art. There's a lot about me a lot of people don't know. I have a very eclectic way of doing things. I hope I see you guys tomorrow in service because I want to introduce you to somebody that'll be very beneficial for us as an African-American community. But I begin to walk and the Lord began to tell me the difference between a canvas. A canvas painting, you have to be very mindful how you apply the oil. Meaning sometimes an oil paint on a specific type of canvas might not work if you use the wrong paint, it will bleed through. And even though it's beautiful when you finish it, if you don't apply the right oil to the canvas, it's going to bleed through. And the Lord began to say to me, people can only pretend but so long until the real thing comes out. And sometimes what a procrastinator does, it will camouflage itself to be something that it really isn't. And you will see over the course of time, that ain't what it was in the beginning. Someone said, you're talking. Watch a person that is always pretending. I guarantee you procrastination will bleed through their canvas. You can only fake it but so long. Someone said, Jesus, help me. I'm just saying, you can only fake it but so long. Procrastinators can only hold it together but for so long. Yeah. And so I am saying, refuse the excuses. I don't want no excuses anymore. I have done my research and I have looked around at the circumference of my life. And I'm finally standing up and I am saying to myself, I know procrastinators and I am going to leave them all behind. If you're going to follow me, follow me. Watch your circumference of people. And if they're procrastinators, please refuse the excuses and say, I've had enough. Now, ma'am, she said, divorce court, here I come. Whoa. No more excuses as to why they're not doing what they're supposed to do. No more excuses as to why they can't. No more excuses. Don't let them blame you. No more excuses, because a person that does not procrastinate do what they have to do. At the bottom line, when you finally realize that you have been weighed down because of the excuses of people, when they are zipped up in plastic and it happened, that's it. Most people are tired. And so let me be your voice. If you're looking at this and you are a procrastinator, you have now become, unfortunately, dead. Wait. Love y'all. Need to see y'all tomorrow at Unity Charlotte International. I want to introduce you to someone that's going to be very beneficial to us as the African American community. Bye-bye. Back to my workout. See ya.